Greetings, beautifuls. Um, if you are in here during the 8/8 portal this Friday or throughout the weekend, um, one, I apologize to those who were excited about the portal activation. Essentially, what was happening was that I was going to be um, launching, releasing the full album. All the singles are actually still available, but releasing the full album and the book today during the Lionsgate portal. But it has been feeling so unaligned since mid-July, and I have been receiving quite a few crown loads regarding it and decided to move with, what I know, right? That I am remembering. That's part of what we're here for. That's part of the work that we're doing. And um, so essentially, if you choose to do portal work today with someone else, you know, uh, by all means, do what you are called to do and what you are aligned with, but protect yourself. I did make this post. I'm going to just read the post and kind of elaborate a little bit on it regarding the change of things. So many of you know that today is Lionsgate Portal, and it's been a long celebrated energetic portal for alignment, right? So people are manifesting money, et cetera, et cetera. But just like the full moon, and why I moved away from the full moon is that it's been heavily, heavily distorted. And this is knowledge that is being shared with me after deep spiritual inquiry and a lot of field observation. You have to know that we are in a collective where you are the minority. So when the collective is moving, and I don't mean like, say, our community or communities like ours, when the collective globally, when they're on the fucking news talking about the full moon or the Lion Gates portal, then you know something is out of alignment because the collective is not in spiritual alignment. They are not moving with divinity. And so when it spreads like this, that means that there are other hands in the pot, so to speak. What was once sacred alignment has been heavily distorted. It's really become a trend. It's become a novelty. It's like, everybody and their mom is doing full moon rituals and dancing around and what have you. But here's the truth of that. When you are in that energy, you open yourself up. Oops, excuse me. When you open yourself, you are susceptible to everything. Moving forward, just like in temple, I don't know if you guys have been catching the replays of our Sunday temple. We have been sealing our personal portals. We have been reclaiming our sovereignty. We have been um, removing our consent, known and unknown, into these public rituals. They are trying to reinstate the old timeline. They are trying to harvest your energy. That is what they have been doing for a millennia at this point. And the only way that they stop is that you take back your consent to be a part of it. And then you have to stop physically participating in it as well. So this is, the collective rush right now. Everybody is rushing to manifest and that type of thing, but it's not sovereign, it's not sealed, and it's not clean. whatever you're going to do needs to be sovereign, sealed, and clean. Now, what's the difference? You see, if we are collectively doing a ritual and I'm telling you, you need to claim your sovereignty, seal off all leaks, and make sure that your transmission is clean. I can't harvest you. No one else can harvest from you because you've claimed your energetic sovereignty. When you open up to these portals, especially large collective portals, there are people out here claiming to be very spiritual aligned. There are some claiming to, be adept in frequencies and sound frequencies and portal frequencies and yada, yada, yada. And they are transforming before your eyes. And so, what some people, and this is not everybody, please use discernment, but right now I'm just channeling the message. What some of us are seeing, thinking that, oh, this glow up is because of the work that he's doing or the work that she's doing. And it's not in the way that you think. The glow up is from the energy that they are harvesting from you. It is very much like being in, a relationship with the divine or not masculine energy, because you're loving it, because you're pouring into it, because you're following them, because of it is your energy that you're bringing to the table. And what they're doing is actually mirroring information, mimicking information, um, and it's not real, but you open yourself up, and then they open themselves up to be receptive of what it is that you are offering. So their glow up, their move up, their next level is based on your energy, not the energy of the work, which is why you're not having the same glow up. And some people will say, well, I'm working with someone and it's great. And if it's great, like I said, move with discernment. As long as you are in alignment and it feels good, I'm not saying not to do it. What I'm doing right now is opening you to remembrance, specifically as it pertains to your discernment. If everyone is doing it, it is not the thing to do. Would just say that if the majority of the people on this planet are doing it, I promise you, it's not the way to go. That is true with how you make your money, how you live your life, how your relationships are structured, all of that. And it's especially true within the spiritual community. If they are not creating or sharing with you systems in which you can operate without access to them, systems that you can create for yourself, whether they're present or not, it's probably not a system or a collective you want to be a part of if you are truly trying to be sovereign. If you are wanting and desiring from your womb to get to a place where you command this hologram that you have created as God to have this human experience, you cannot get trapped up in the glitz and the glamour of somebody else's narcissistic spell, male or female. So because of that, I'm withdrawing from this Lionsgate portal. There's three things happening. It's the portal, which I know is distorted. It's happening on the full moon, which is 100% distorted. The full moon, it's been hijacked. That is technology. If you haven't heard the temple transmission on the moon, please go listen to that, okay? Because it gives you more context and detail. And retrograde is on until the 12th. So you've got retrograde, which is not about you don't call in new stuff during retrograde. You just fucking don't. You revisit things, you seal things, you complete things. You, during a full moon, the full moon is the most distorted of the moons in our cycle at this time, which is why we don't do within university and goddess life, we do not do full moon rituals anymore. Because even in claiming your sovereignty, the participation in it is still acknowledged consent. And now you have this massive wave of the 8-8 portal. And I'm going to tell you, 8's my favorite number. Infinity is what I'm all about, right? It's important to me. And that's why this number and this date and this time felt so fucking amazing. And the more I meditated on it, the more I saw distortion after distortion after distortion. And it was like, I cannot birth this into that because I do not want what it is that I have channeled to offer to have any ties to the distortion. So this next video under this one is me walking you through this very, very simple, very, very short ritual to reclaim your sovereignty. Okay. And when you do, all the instructions are actually written here. You can do this any time of day. If you can do it outside, that's even better. And, you know, I love you guys. If you have questions, please post them. There's no silly questions. If you don't feel comfortable posting them publicly, send me an inbox. You know, I will definitely answer. This has been an interesting transitional time for me because this is probably one of the first transmissions that has caused me to take an action that I wasn't immediately emotionally aligned with, but in sitting with the frequency of it and sending out commands and getting responses, it makes complete and total sense. And I've always been of the our understanding that what everybody else is doing is not the thing. You know, smoking, drinking, the way certain people party, certain types of music, none of that is. And just because, you know, the moon and its cycles and the Lionsgate portal or any portal for that matter become used to be ours, right? And used to be sacred doesn't mean that it is. Our energy, you all listening to this, the fact that you're seeking this out, the fact that you are here, the fact that you are part of this community says that your energy is more finely attuned than a lot of people in the general public, most people in the general public. Your energy is way more valuable. And you're expanding and you're growing. You're in a community to grow. So being able to tether to you is what is going to ultimately give them the energy and the power that they desire for what it is that they're trying to do. So again, I love you guys, and I'll walk you through the ritual in the next video.